Ready? Yep. All right. Hi guys, my name's Forrest. I'm representing a product we came up with called Cheap Avocado. And so, as you guys probably read, it's the concept of a cheap gas finder for your entire shopping list. So it will give you the single grocery store that's located close to you that has the items on your shopping list for the cheapest price, and that's including coupons, incentives like 10% off for students at Albertsons, and any other discounts. And so this is actually real-life data. We went out and we looked at 5 different items that were the most commonly purchased items in the United States in households. And there's about a 20% savings between Albertsons and Fry's. And you can see that person is just right in between them. So you're probably wondering where the name came from. And whenever I would go shopping, I love avocados. And so I would think that I found a great deal if they were like 50 cents a piece. And then I would get home and I'd talk to my roommate and he'd be like, oh, I got them for 33 cents a piece at Sprouts. And I'd be totally bummed. And so I thought, why not apply this to a macroscopic scale and do it for all the items? Because he might have won on one item, but I would have won overall. And so the key features are that it actually automatically finds the coupons and discounts for you and applies them. It digitizes them so you can use them on your mobile app so you don't have to cut through coupons anymore, anything like that. And then the big thing that we're pitching is that the database is generated by the app user community. So you go to the store, you buy an item. When you get home, you can put the price that was associated with that item, and it's input into our database. And so it would be like fries, milk, $1.67. And so anybody else that's using that app could see that information, and so everybody would be helping everyone else get good deals. And so after we came up with the idea, we thought, hey, we better check if there's a market opportunity. And so there are 120 million smartphone users in the United States in 2012. We estimated that 20% of those smartphone users were the ones that actually did the grocery shopping, and that our app would be used by 5% of those people. And conservatively, we get 14 cents per redemption of a coupon. If all of our users in that year redeemed one coupon, we would get $168,000. So let's say once a week, every user gets a coupon that they redeem. That's about $8 million in revenue that year. And so after we came up with our idea and checked that there was a market, we decided, okay, let's go see if there are any competitors. Of course there were, with any idea. So we tried out a couple of them, and they have the concept of price checking, but it's on an item-to-item basis. So you would have to look for milk, and then bread, and then ground beef, and go through your entire shopping list, and then yourself find, okay, Fry's consistently had the most cheap items, I'm going to go to Fry's. And so we decided, hey, let's do a customer survey and see if we could modify people's behaviors if there was an incentive to save money. And so we polled 188 people through surveys, and 73% said that they would go to a grocery store that was further away to save money. And so our product clearly has a market, and we found that differentiation factor, the whole shopping list. So after that, we decided, okay, let's explore our market potential. So we asked customers, would you be willing to pay for this app? And we talked to 6 people in person, and 1 person said they were willing to pay for it, and that they would pay $1.48. So time is running quickly. So realistically, we get 14 cents per coupon redemption working with a coupon brokerage company called coupon.com, and that's instantly. So every single time someone redeems a coupon, we get that. So that's a really quick burst of money initially. And that market is projected to grow to $46 billion per year, the coupon industry in general. And so this is our revenue model. We get money from the users if they pay for the app. We get ad support, about 2 cents per download. And the coupon brokerage firm, 14 cents a coupon. So it's a social network. It's exciting. You can buy it from the App Store. It's convenient to get. You get incentives for returning the price information. And so those are our markets. And I'm going to let Charlie talk about the product.
Okay, so we actually got a working prototype going with Windows Phone 7. So if we go to the next slide, we can actually see that. We're short on time. So the workflow would be sign up. This is all powered by CloudMine, which is one of the sponsors. So we were able to get this up and running very quickly. So you could log in and search for items. We actually have 10,000 real items in the database already. As you can see, we search for Gatorade. This is what we would suggest would be the average workflow. You just came home, you have an item, you want to enter it. Or actually, this workflow is searching items before you go to the store. So I just added that item to my basket. It's moving at 1.5 speed for time. So now I want some crunchy Cheetos. I'm going to add those to my basket as well. And I'm really hankering for an avocado, a cheap avocado. So I'm going to add that to the basket. So now this is rough. We don't have a UI designer. This is where you'd see the basket price is $4.91. It was cheapest at Albertsons on 22nd and Wilmot. Map it. This would be where you could actually submit data to the community. This is rough. You find your store, you have the store.
I'm just going to ask, the judge is asking you to let him finish this. What's your first question?
Please finish.
Sorry.
Yes. We'll just let that
Let
play.
the judge decide.
Okay, you have 30 seconds to show us the scanning thing.
It'll just run.
Well, we'll let that play in the background while you guys are asking questions. Yeah.
All right, so you expect me as a consumer shopping to take time out of my schedule to put how much I spent on Milk Duds and milk into the system, right?
Yes, and so we actually polled a couple people, and the idea is that we're going to incentivize it. So maybe give them 1 cent for every item that they report the price of, or give them an exclusive coupon that nobody else has access to that we negotiate with the manufacturer themselves. So the people that are using the app don't even get to see that. Beyond that, we're trying to make it easy and streamline it. So once you go shopping, it'll have your shopping list, and it will just bring it over so you can quickly enter the prices of all your information.
Question, it appears that you're dealing with sort of stagnant pricing. What about dynamic pricing, which is changing all the time?
So because it's a community-driven database, it's constantly going to be updated. Tons of people are grocery shopping every single day. So we're going to import all that information they report to us, and it will be a dynamic, evolving database.
But if I make my decision to go shopping at Albertson based on a price list that by the time I get there is already changed probably multiple times, doesn't make sense.
So we've got plans to make it roll back on a week. If a price is a week old, or we're working on the time frame, there's a consumer price index that's available to everybody, and that gives the average price for certain household items. And so if say you go to Albertsons and it says it's cheapest at Albertsons, so we'll put some kind of warning that'll say this is the consumer price index, this is an average price. We don't know if this is still accurate because this was last updated X date, that kind of thing.
Ideally, though, the incentive is high enough that it would be, a pretty constant update of data.
It's more of a suggestion versus a comment, but what Base was getting at, not having dynamic real data, really I think is it's sort of a turnoff to me. By the time you get there, plus you'd have to have people, really have to have a core group putting in. So my suggestion is you got to go to directly to the stores and have them buy into it and get real-time data from them. They spend hundreds, the amount of money they spend every week on advertising and everything. They could probably reduce that significantly if this thing were to build up.
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly we put the stores on our partnership side. Yeah.
Any barriers to entry here? Prevent somebody else from doing what you're trying to do?
I don't think there is. Anyone could do it, but our value would be launching quickly and getting a user base built around it. Just that fact of no one can leave Facebook because everyone uses Facebook, and I don't want to leave Facebook because my friends are on Facebook. So if everyone's using our community database, ours is always going to be the most accurate.
Everybody left MySpace to go to Facebook.
That is true.
So this is a neat idea, but how are you going to become filthy rich with it?
So 14 cents a coupon redemption, right? And then we're automatically giving them the coupons. So the user doesn't even have to do anything. If there is a coupon from Kellogg's and they went shopping at Fry's, Albertsons, any of the places, we would get that 14 cents. So independent of them actually entering the data, we would still get that coupon revenue.
And also what's a really big market are metrics. And the thing is, if people start using our app, if we get a large customer base on our app, what we get is we get data on what people are looking for, what they're beating, so we can tell Safeway, we can tell Fry's, hey, you're getting beaten by Albertsons consistently in these 3 items especially. These 3 items, they really beat you on these prices. If you lower these items, then your basket price will start coming down and it'll start beating these other people, especially in 22-year-old males or whatever.
So the reason why you went with consumers supplying you with the data is because you realize how difficult it is to get data out of Safeway or Fry's or something like that. So the question becomes, how easy can you make it for the consumer to get this data and post it? So can you take a picture of the scan code and then you do the rest of the work for the consumer to make it easy for them?
So something that was a brainstorm that we didn't get to really fully evaluate is optical character recognition. So you could take a picture of your receipt and it would find the item and match the price and bring that information in, and then you could just either check it or it could submit it automatically. And just really quick, if we have more time. So we got 100 people to take that survey in about 40 minutes by giving them 10 cents to take our survey. So just money is clearly a motivating factor. So if you were at the grocery store and it was really convenient to take that price, oh man, people would be using it all the time. Thank you guys.